Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Darius Garland and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Friday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Portland, and they'll be taking on the Trailblazers.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. White is out there with... Stockton. Then there's Person. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And for the Thunder, Jalen Duren is out there with Smith. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Williams. And you look at these teams, Tim, both full of a lot of passion, a lot of emotion, a lot of exuberance when they're on the floor.
Yeah, I love these kind of matchups, Kevin, because you're looking at youth and you're looking at the future of the league. These guys want it, and they want it now.
And they don't seem to blink, do they? It's not too big for them.
No, absolutely unfazed by this stage.
So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Launches it. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Person kicks to Stockton. Outside, White. Here's Person for 3. Duren pulls it in. Williams against White. Pass to Duren. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Stewart. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Stockton the pass to Person. To the paint. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
SGA passes to Smith. Can't cash in from close range.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And White kicks to Stockton. Back to White. Over Williams. And it's White missing.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's a good screen. They get it back. To stop the drought. Duren, no good.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
Pass to White. This one for 3. Drills it from outside.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Tim, for all their talent, the Thunder committed to playing the right way.
Well, they are unselfish, they trust one another, and when a team is this committed at the defensive end of the floor, there's really no need to try to do too much offensively or play hero ball.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Let's see what you got.
Let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. He's coming off an excellent season. 10th in assists and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And you said a top 5 percentage from deep. I don't think last year was an aberration. He's one of the deadliest sharpshooters in the game. against Gilgeous Alexander. 4 on the clock. Over Person.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
To the middle, and he stops it. What a pass to set him up.
Displaying intensity right off the... opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Now, here's SGA. No scoring in this one. Oklahoma City moving it around. And the layup's good off the glass.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Smith inside, guarded by Stewart. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Stockton against SGA. And it's White missing. Thunder trailing by 6. Pass to Duran. Here's Williams, and Williams with the stuff.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass nice and safe.
White looking around. SGA with the steal. There's the triple. Outside Williams. And it's Williams again missing. Magic leading by 4. Stockton kicks to Stewart. Poke loose. Shot clock at 6. White against Gilgeous Alexander. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. Number 1, the Thunder.
You know, they made that a point of emphasis a season ago. I mean, they spent a lot of time in practice drilling their free throws, and I think it really paid off with the best percentage in the league.
Thunder trailing by 4. Rebound by Williams.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
That one drops for him.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Pass to Koloko. Back to Gilgeous Alexander. He doesn't hit that one. Excellent D there from Williams. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Here's Knipple. Perkins with a screen on Barkley. Here's Knipple. From outside, off the mark.
Not quite enough defense That time around, just lucky he was off.
And talking to Con Knippel, Greg, he has a burning passion to be great. Just tell him.
Yeah, he gets up before everyone else and goes to work. Some people have called him an old soul, just very mature and disciplined.
So it's Orlando now. The Thunder making the shot. Here's McDaniels, and it's off from three-point range. Pass to Barkley. Orlando grabs the miss. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They really focus on getting good looks.
They move the ball well, and let's face it, they've got plenty of pure shooters on that roster.
Now, here is Barkley. He has yet to score. Here's SGA. Nice D from Williams.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Walker dishes to McDaniels. Pass to Perkins. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Here's LaRue. Outside, SGA. Rebound by Williams.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Knippel. And it's Kaman with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 4. SGA feeling it out a bit. Doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Now, here's McDaniel. Still yet to score. Perkins with the screen for Walker. Williams from outside. And it's Kaman with the rebound. Kaman's got 4 rebounds in this game. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Looking to get it going. And it's good on the way in.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And there's the horn. Seeing some good defense on both sides, and the score still close. Magic lead by 2. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Well, it's hard to get stops in this league with so much talent offensively. I love what they are doing right now.
We've got Durham. Smith is out there with Jalen Williams. And it's LaRue in at the point. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. To Smith from deep. It's hauled in by the Magic. They've led by as much as 10. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Back to Stockton for the 3. The Thunder pull it in. During's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Smith. Oklahoma City moving it around. The bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Powered through, finished the play, and Josh Smith just shaking him off.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the night here.
At the line for your Oklahoma City, Josh Smith, shooting 1.
Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
Outside, White launches a three. That's good, and a nice assist from Stockton.
For three.
Stockton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Oklahoma City trailing. Williams passes to Smith. The shot comes out. And so Stockton will bring it up for the Magic. Pass to Person. Outside for Stockton. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
When you talk about guys who just know how to play the game, Stockton at the top of that list.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. In the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Jalen Duren is second.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Oh, good on that one.
A phenomenal floor general. Stockton is a prototypical point guard who excels at making his teammates better.
And the second free throw, good. And he nails the third. Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Smith, and it's Smith finishing it off.
And whenever Smith gets the opportunity to attack the rim, he's going to take it.
Stockton kicks to White. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Pass to LaRue. And the shot goes in. He's got 5.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
White, bounce pass. 3-pointer, Stockton.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Thunder are trying to be efficient scoring. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, ultimately, it just comes down to taking what the defense gives you and trusting your teammates. You need them to win at a high level. That's clear as day, and I want to win at a high level, so I have no option. Back over to you, Kevin.
Sharing the ball. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Williams for 3. Offensive rebound. Shot's good by Duran.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
And White kicks to Stockton. And he hits the jump shot. Stockton's got 4 points in the quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Making some changes. Walker's checked in for Stewart, and it's Williams in for Person. Thunder have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. SGA passes to Keenan. Barkley outside. 5 to shoot. SGA from outside. That shot off. Orlando's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. It seems like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tim, has the ball handling and finishing package of a player 6 inches shorter. What he does at his size is really amazing.
Yeah, I think he has the offensive game of a shorter player because he thought he was only going to be 6'1". He got to 6'6". So now you've got this incredible array of shot making around the rim with a much taller player. That is a difficult combination to deal with.
So he had to readjust not only physically but mentally how he approached the game, correct?
Absolutely. It changed everything for his approach.
Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Fires the 3. It's not going to go for him.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
To the left wing. Back to Stockton. Fires for 3. The Magic again can't hit.
Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance.
The Magic with the lead. Walker dishes to Stockton. The 17-footer. Chris Kaman with the rebound. Kaman's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Smith outside. Oklahoma City moving it around. SGA, that's a 2-pointer, and he's finally able to knock one down. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6. And so Stockton will bring it up for Orlando. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before them, for sure. Checked in. The Magic also changing it up. Perkins, he's checked in for Walker. Knipple comes in for Williams. And it's McDaniels in for Stockton. McDaniels outside. Here's the three. Barkley grabs the board. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Barkley with a screen on White. 3-pointers off the mark.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
It's stolen by SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander, dangerous on the run. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Thunder.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
And we talk about winning games at the margins all the time. That's exactly what they're doing because they are throwing bodies on the offensive glass.
Kamen's shot is good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Pass to White. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
Well, he's starting to get into a rhythm now after a rough first quarter.
Here's Koloko. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And it's in there. And it's now only a 1-point Thunder lead.
And they've repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
It's Shea fighting through contact down low.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Knipple wide open, and he fires. It's good. This game is all even. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so is our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
Taking a look here now at the Magic. You watch their games. They've had some highs, some lows. Still putting it all together.
Which you could say about most teams around this time of year.
Yeah, not a big insight, big fella.
What?
No, we're just messing with you. We're just messing with you.
And shifting gears, back to the half we just watched. SGA, outstanding.
Oh, he's going hard in the paint, taking it right at the defense. I love his commitment to getting high percentage looks, Shaq.
Look, I don't do this often, but I'm bestowing upon him The Shaquille O'Neal badge of honor. Got to.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Magic shooting 40% from the field. Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. We've got Person, John Stockton out there with White. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Stockton kicks to White. 5 on the clock. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
Stewart against Smith. Pass to Williams. Shoots over White. Outside for SGA. Back to Duran. Takes a three. No good on that one. And Orlando has possession. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. White, good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
He's off on that one.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
With the step back. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams against Person. Lock at 6. Here's SGA. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And that miss makes them 0 for 4 to start this quarter. Not exactly the start they were hoping for.
And the Thunder pushing it up now. The 11-footer. The Thunder with another miss.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Jalen Duran is certainly a force team in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's ready to talk things through with them. In the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. In third, the Thunder.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Stockton outside to the inside. It's stolen by Duran.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And a wide open look for SGA. And it's all evened up. Gilgeous Alexander's got 5 points now this quarter. And so Stockton will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Pass to Person. Just 5 on the clock. Excellent D there from Williams. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Stockton. Stewart with the screen on SGA. Another miss by Orlando.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey team, Jalen Williams has become an all-star and a key player for the Thunder. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said he allows us to really do anything out there because he's so versatile. He's been special for us and is a big reason why we are where we are. He just does whatever it takes to win. Back to you guys.
He is a big factor. Allie, we appreciate the report. SGA has screen on Stockton. Here's White. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Williams attacking, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. That free throw, no good. Growing up in Arizona, Jalen Williams, Tim, was not an elite prospect.
Well, most stars in this league were blue-chip recruits coming out of high school. But, Kevin, not Williams. He spent 3 years in college developing his game, and he has worked his way into an all-star.
And that's a rare missed opportunity from him. He'd been good as gold up until that point.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Perkins is checked in for Stewart. Knipple comes in for Person. And it's McDaniels in for White. Here's LaRue. Hasn't made one yet. They set the pick. From deep as GA.
Well, that's a tough rebound there to secure, but he put all of his size in there in order to secure it.
And the Magic can hold on to the ball.
Looking now at some numbers for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, coming off a terrific season. And he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. Just a terrific year on the glass.
And seeing what he did last year, just blowing up the defensive schemes designed to keep him under control, man. As you said, second best scorer in the league. It was a beautiful thing to watch. Chris Kaman is checked in for Oklahoma City. Then for the Magic, Conley's checked in, and Person subbed in for Knipple. Here's SGA. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 17. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Isaiah Stewart.
On defense, the Thunder. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Good ball movement here by the Magic. For the lead, 6 on the shot clock. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Down low. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from White. And so it's SGA with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it's Smith penetrating. Pass to Koloko. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And off the front, and in it goes. SGA's got 19 points. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Stockton left side. Inside. He can't hit that time. Kaman with the defensive effort. Using his size out of the backcourt. Gilgeous-Alexander.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
White against SGA. White down low. Thunder with the rebound. Pass to Koloko. Stewart against Gilgeous-Alexander. Basket counts. And now it's an 8-point Thunder lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
SGA against White. Stockton outside. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Well, you look at Stockton, 5th in the NBA. Very crafty player.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
And here are the Thunder now. Some momentum with a 15-2 run underway. Outside, SGA. Shooting from Gilgeous-Alexander.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
The Magic trail by 11. Outside, White. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, he took that up with great confidence. Tremendous finish.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Here's Stockton. Chris Kaman with the rebound. The Thunder leading by 12. To the inside. And finished off by Kaman.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's White. He's got 16. With some arc, the shot misses. Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got SGA. Smith out there with Jalen Durham. Then it's Williams. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
Gilgeous Alexander, a screen on Stockton. There's the three. That shot, no good.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from three. Only had that one in the first half.
Right the pass to Stewart. Stockton kicks to Stewart. Pass to Person. Three-pointer. The Thunder pull it in. During's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
6 the three-pointer.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Person against Williams. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. White, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. White's got 19 points.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
And after what was just a horrendous shooting performance in that first half, they're finally starting to find their rhythm here in the second.
There's the pick. Pass to White. Baseline J on the way. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Now here's Stockton. And here's Stewart, covered by Smith. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Oklahoma City.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
Well, and how about the damage they've done attacking the basket? The defense has had no answers for how to slow them down in that area. I love the aggressiveness.
He's off on the second.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous Alexander. From downtown, knocks down the 3-ball.
And where is the leadership? Because in the second half, they just haven't brought the same energy defensively.
Outside, White. Outside for Stockton. SGA against Person.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instinct.
Fires the 3. No good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Stockton looking around. The 3. Person no good. Oklahoma City leading by 19 points. Back to Gilgeous Alexander. Out to Smith. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Smith sets the pick for SGA. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
Three shots.
First free throw is good. So, Tim, in the past, it's always been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge. But I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years. But nowadays, much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time.
And he makes all three. And Tim, the quintessential unstoppable force, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, taking his offensive game to a level rarely matched in league history.
Well, Kevin, I'm running out of superlatives. The ability to score at every level. He gets to the foul line. He makes guys better. I just marvel at the totality of it.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go with a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. SGA's got 43 points. To the middle. Boom, he jams it straight down. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Jim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point.
Yeah, easy call.
Shooting for Orlando, Jojo White at the line for two.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for White. The Thunder leading by 18. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Jacks up a three. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Stewart's got his sixth rebound on the night.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
White goes in. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Stockton's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Thunder have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. There's the pick. From past the arc. They get the rebound. That shot is off. Person, the pass to Stockton. Driving the lane. A shot by Stewart with no one around. That 3 off the mark. To the paint. It's deflected. Person against Gilgeous-Alexander. Stockton outside. Puts up a 3. Here's Person. Tries again. That one is good again. He sits right from the floor with the basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now SGA unloads. He puts in the chain.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. It's time for our presentation of the player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. The Magic trail by 16. Here's Person. Wide outside. From outside. Trained from outside.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
Outside, SGA. Williams, a screen on Person. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Williams, and they come back with a 3 of their own.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And there's the whistle, illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
The Thunder leading by 16. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander takes the 3, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
White left side. 6 to shoot. Strong move off the glass.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Thunder.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost him, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, no doubt. He was the most impactful player for their offense tonight.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Walker with a screen for McDaniel. All right, here's Williams. Beyond the arc. It misses. And finished off by Kamen.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
The kick out to Walker. It's Perkins atop the key. Here's McDaniels. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. And so it's SGA with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 22 is their biggest lead. Pass to LaRue. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to
Happy Monday. Everyone. This evening we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports.
This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. Let's check out Milwaukee's starting lineup. Malawach out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Jackson. Antetokounmpo against Hardaway. Good D by Hardaway. To the paint. Oh, deflected. Here's Duncan. And there's the rejection. And so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Well, I like the fact that's intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be in their face all night long.
Hardaway, the pass to Anthony. Blocked again! Pass to Westbrook. He tries for three. The rebound by Duncan. Brooklyn with the ball. And there's the screen to the inside. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Şengün, the screen. Parker passes to Şengün.
Good. Şengün, a force in the lane. That's where he does most of his damage.
Milwaukee has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Jackson finds Westbrook. And they'll get another chance. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Just 5 to shoot. Another shot. Jackson can't get it to go. The Nets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Şengün in the post. Antetokounmpo's there. Şengün, no good.
A good scorer around the rim. He is met there by an irresistible force.
No coverage that time.
And it's big whenever Russ connects from deep. Needs to keep working on developing this shot.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
Let's see those moves. Come on. Oh, yeah, that's what I see.
Take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points. The 4th spot held by the Bucks.
This is a hustle stat. This team pounded the offensive glass, and it shows in their numbers from last year.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Hardaway against Westbrook. Banked it in off the glass.
Hey, I love the effort from the defense, but Hardaway able to finish through contact. Nicely done.
Jackson with a screen on Anthony. The floater, and he lays it up and in.
That's the finesse part of his game right there. Lofting in that little teardrop.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Parker. Duncan, pass to Parker. Anthony outside. Giannis with the rebound.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the three-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, B.A. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and of course, controlling the boards.
On the wing, Anthony. Outside Hardaway. Elbow shot on the way. Giannis with the rebound. The Bucks have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Westbrook outside. Off target with the three.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Parker passes to Şengün. Out to Anthony. Rebounded by Malawach. Milwaukee is gone 1 of 4 from deep. Here's Antetokounmpo. Takes it inside. Tipped.
Excellent defensive timing that time by Tim Duncan.
And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Westbrook. Down low. Jackson outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Clearly one of the game's great passers. Jackson can also help you stretch the floor.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Make some noise, Nets fans. Here they come back on the floor. Your Brooklyn Nets team fight. Make some noise, Nets fans. Here they come back on the floor. Your Brooklyn Nets team fight.
Nets trail by 4. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. We talked about their defensive game plan for Giannis, and he told me the best way to guard Giannis is to keep him out of the paint and force him to hit jump shooter. The only problem is no one's figured out how to do that consistently. Giannis always seems to find a way to impose his will. Guys, back to you.
And Ali, thanks.
Antetokounmpo, nice pass there. Good at finding his open teammates.
Anthony right side. Shoots over Westbrook. Anthony misses.
I mean, he's yet to make a shot this quarter. At some point, you got to look for other ways to impact the game.
Westbrook with it. He's picked up. Oh, wow.
Watch out below.
Big finish.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
And Brooklyn with possession here. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Inside. Here's Williamson. And that one's in. Nice feed on the play. And now it's a 9-point Milwaukee lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And how about their shot blocking tonight? I mean, creating doubt every time the ball goes up. They're there lurking.
Now here's Williamson. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Jackson outside. Second chance shot, and that one's good. Doherty.
Tell you what, whenever Doherty steps onto the floor, you're almost ready to mark a double-double in the book just because he shows up.
Here's Parker. He's scoreless. Anthony in the post. Pounded by Westbrook. Here's Mutombo. And no good. The dry spell continues. Kicks it out to Williamson. Fires in the triple. Williamson's got 5 now.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Anthony outside. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
This has been a tough quarter for him and a challenging game for this team.
Pass to Duncan. Williamson against Hardaway. And he comes up with a bucket. Hardaway's got his second basket of the night.
You can't allow Hardaway to get these kinds of looks. He's very consistent inside.
Jackson, pass to Williamson. Back to Jackson. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. He's got 5.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Anthony with a bucket.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
44 seconds left in the first quarter. Jackson with a screen on Anthony. Here's Westbrook. Again, Milwaukee.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Anthony. Last game for him, he had 14. Shoots over Westbrook. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Substitutions on the court.
Just 4 seconds left in the first.
Boy, you can see the connection these guys have. They ran the play well. The defense had no idea how to deal with it.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Bucks here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
So on the floor for Milwaukee, they've got Malowacz, and it's Blake in at the point. Six on the shot clock. Fades and shoots. Rebound Brooklyn. They defeated Utah in their last game.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them. They were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Pass to Bonner. Here's Humphries. Jaquez covers. Here's Bonner. Here's Malowacz. Nails the baby hook. Malowacz has got his second basket of the game.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Blake. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Milwaukee needs to get a shot off here.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Turn it up, Nets fans, for your Brooklyn Nets.
Şengün's checked in for Thompson. The Bucks also with a sub. Jackson is checked in. Nets trail by 16. Now Parker. Yet to see a basket. Şengün passes to McAdoo. Humphries grabs the miss.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And with most NBA defenses bringing help from that weak side corner, that opens up offenses for the weak side crash, Clark.
Yep, if I was still playing BA, I would make way on that offensive glass board, wreaking havoc on the boards, extra opportunities, plenty the way the game is played now.
And he knocks down the first one.
Tony Parker, the Frenchman, is so exciting as a basketball player. I think it's because of his speed. He has blinding speed and excellent change of pace, too.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Williamson's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Extremely reliable. When he steps up to the line, you just kind of expect him to knock him down.
Pass to Humphries. Lets the three fly. Brooklyn pulls it in. Duncan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Andridge passes to Hardaway. It's stolen away, and they're on the break. The rebound by Duncan. Duncan's got rebound number 7 tonight.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Parker passes to Şengün. Doubled by Jackson. Hardaway from outside. He drops it from range. Hardaway's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
When Hardaway is feeling it at the arc, look out. He can be very dangerous from that spot.
Jackson, the pass to Williamson. Shot clock at 6. Back to Jackson. And he drives in. Uses the glass on the layup. Jackson's got 7.
A very crafty finisher. That's all that New York playground basketball that Jackson played growing up. He's got a lot of different ways he can hurt you off the bounce.
Hardaway. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
He's shooting well, doing his best to keep this offense in gear, but he hasn't had a lot of support.
Back to Jackson. Williamson left side. Pass to Humphries. Parker against Jackson. Humphreys can't hit. Nets trail by 11. And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Graham.
Yeah, B.A. He throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
Williamson outside. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far. The Nets have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Pass to Duncan. Now Parker, defended by Jackson. And he converts the layup.
Taking the contact, still able to score. Tony Parker, impressive work there.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Now on the lid of the floor. Give it up for Team Heights.
And look at the best shooting teams from last season. The 4th spot held by Milwaukee.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
Jackson outside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Jackson's gotten 4 this quarter.
A reliable option he's been tonight. He's their safety valve for sure.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Back to you.
You got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's Antetokounmpo. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Nets trail by 16. Pass to Duncan. Here's Parker. The 3-pointer off the mark.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And here's Williamson. Back to Westbrook. 3-pointer off the mark. Parker with it. Jackson in his pocket. Pass to Mutombo. From 10 feet away. The rebound by Doherty. Doherty's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Westbrook outside. Oh, from deep. Hardaway grabs the board.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Anthony against Westbrook. Pass to Duncan. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Hardaway. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Defeated by Washington in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Milwaukee leading by 16. And there's Williamson on the assist by Westbrook. Williamson's got 10.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
For 3, Hardaway. Another miss by Hardaway. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Pass to Duncan. Here's Mutombo. Parker outside. And Antetokounmpo over to help. Here's Duncan. And the Nets miss again.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
Parker inside to the middle. Here's Mutombo, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Mutombo has got his first basket.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. We'll be right back after this word.
Greetings, everybody. The stories so far revolving around...
Few players can change the game with their rebounding, but he's one of them, making a huge impact in there.
He certainly helped them set a Changing gears now, this should be interesting. Let's hear what the fans want to say. Okay, guys, Daryl the Great asks, who has the better chance of winning right now? Shaq in a three-point contest or Kenny in a dunk contest?
Oh, no, Ernie, that's tough because Shaq was a stopper. You know what I mean? Every time he was in the game, the coach yelled.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Boy, you gotta like what Russell Westbrook has done in this game.
Through the first two quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
They've got Anthony, and it's Parker in at point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. Lets it go from 11. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Milwaukee shooting their first free throws here for the night. That one misses. Good on the second one. Nets trail by 19. Pass to Anthony. And he makes it on the layup.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Malawach. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Şengün. Milwaukee shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Good on both. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Parker passes to Anthony. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. These are his first free throws of the game. The free throw drops for Anthony. He's perfect from the line this time. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Westbrook outside. Down low. Oh, got a piece of it. And now the Nets on the break. Here's Parker. Finished off the break. Parker's got his second bucket of the night.
Be careless around Şengün at your own peril. He'll pick your pocket if you're not careful.
You know, the more you watch Şengün, the more you wonder if he's just a guard in the body of a big man, Clark.
Well, that's a pretty astute observation, B.A., because his passing is elite. I mean, his vision, he sees
a half a play to a play ahead. I mean, you can actually run offense through Şengün.
Parker with it. Jackson in his pocket. Hardaway's shot is good.
Woo! His energy is unmatched. And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Clock at 6. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Going all the way to the rack. Parker, no good.
Clear he's pressing a little bit right now, and that's not going to help.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Anthony grabs the board. And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Parker passes to Anthony. 5 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Anthony's got 6 here in the quarter.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets. And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They got to offer more resistance here.
To the paint. Here's Malowicz. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Malowicz has got 8 points.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay. Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Milwaukee on D. They led the game at one point by 20. Here's McAdoo, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Keeping constant pressure on the defense, McAdoo, certainly one of the tougher assignments in the league.
First trip to the line for him here. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Westbrook, the pass to Blake, and that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists now tonight.
Nice offense here. Close in. Great bet to go.
Thompson with a screen. Here's Dandridge. Parker outside. Pass to Dandridge. Clock at 4. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for him. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Well, I tell you what, understated but valuable at both ends. Competes at the highest level. Bobby Dandridge, one of the special. Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line. That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Jaquez, the pass to Parker. Here he goes. Inside, McAdoo, and that one is stuffed right through.
In close, Bob McAdoo stuffing it down with power.
To the wing, right side. Here's Bonner, defended by Thompson. Shoots from the right block. Bonner with the bucket. Bonner's gotten his second bucket.
That is how you use the shot fake, folks.
Out to the right wing. Here's McAdoo. And it's rejected. Westbrook taking his time here. Sinks that one from the post. Westbrook's got 12 points. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Bucks?
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers. The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort. And the shooter had very little space on that attempt. And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And here's Parker. He has 6. Soft touch off the glass. Parker's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, I tell you, there's a suddenness to Parker that helps him create space in the lane, unlike any other player in the league.
And so Tuomas Isillo calls a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
For three, Westbrook. And another miss by Milwaukee.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
And the basket by Mutombo.
I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense to deny the ball.
Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Parker right side. Thompson, a screen on Jackson. Parker passes to Thompson, and he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Thompson from close range, pretty much automatic.
Parker against Jackson.
Last 2 minutes to play. Third quarter.
Here's Williamson, and another miss by Milwaukee. Nets trail by 11. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Now here's Jaquez. No points so far. Here's Parker. And the deficit down inside single digits.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Out to the right wing. Here's Doherty. To win the drought. Jaquez grabs the board. And Brooklyn has possession. They trail by 9. His first shot attempt. Milwaukee with the rebound. Doherty's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Back to Williamson. Pass to Westbrook. Here's Doherty. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Big fella's a polished offensive player. Doherty can do more than just get buckets. I mean, he's a willing passer, and I think he's great at setting up his teammates out of the post.
So both teams making some changes here.
Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half. That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Hardaway, no good. Milwaukee leading by 11. Antetokounmpo looking it over. The floater. And that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 7.
That's the finesse part of his game right there. Lofting in that little teardrop.
A deep 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. The Bucks on. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display. Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Taking a look at the Bucks. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Williamson in at small forward.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Doherty. Pass to Antetokounmpo. There's Jackson with the 3, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo, and that one goes in.
Well, he's got such a high IQ, does Jackson. Love watching him break down defenses and just catch them off guard all the time.
Here's Duncan. Now here's Anthony. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And he's going for the oop here. Williamson outside. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. With some arc. And that one's good. Doherty. And the Bucks lead by 18.
Going to work down low. Doherty knows his team expects him to attack on the block. That's just what he's doing.
Pass to Duncan. Back to Parker. Here's Duncan. On the wing, Anthony. He's off on that one.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Pass to Duncan. Parker, screen on Antetokounmpo to the inside. That shot's good by Parker.
Hey, whatever coach told him during the break is beginning to pay off.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. There's the screen. Here's Doherty, defended by Şengün. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Hardaway, and it's good from the elbow.
Watching Hardaway take over games, love it. Remarkable score. He can fill it up in bunches in a hurry.
And timeout is called by Tuomas Isalo. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Malawach is checked in for the Bucks. Westbrook comes in for Williamson. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard the Bucks coach as he addressed his team. He said, "This is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up." He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
3 straight baskets in transition now. They've got to put a stop to that trend.
Pass to Westbrook. Takes a 3. Brooklyn pulls it in.
He's not helping them at all by jacking up 3-pointers. He's got to realize that immediately.
Antetokounmpo outside. Driving to the basket. Launches a 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Duncan's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Such a highly skilled player. Penny Hardaway takes the punishment, gets hit on the face, and able to fight through it.
And the Bucks with the possession here. They led the game at one point by 20. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. And here are the Nets now. Right now on a 9-0 run. He can't hit that time. Excellent D there from Westbrook. Jackson on the wing. And the Bucks miss again. Nets trail by 9. Hardaway with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway's got 3 assists now in this one. Milwaukee has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Westbrook with a screen on Anthony. Pass to Westbrook. Oh, tries a 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Parker finds Şengün. No good from 11 feet. The Bucks leading by 7. And he lobs it up. Oh, Giannis picking it out of the sky.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
For 3, Anthony. And Russell Westbrook pulls it down.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And stolen by Hardaway. On the wing, Anthony. Over Westbrook. Anthony misses.
Can't get anything to go this period. Seems like he's hit a wall.
Şengün with a steal. It's Parker on the attack. Pass to Duncan. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Parker against Jackson. 6 to shoot. Fires from the corner. Rebounded by Malawach. Malawach has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
They need everyone clicking here. Unfortunately, this game has gone the other direction.
Jackson outside. Tries it from the top of the key. The rebound by Duncan. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Anthony, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Nets.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And you also have to respect the pride they take in playing defense. They've been able to get some takeaways because of their activity level.
The free throw drops for Anthony. The Bucks leading by 6. Here's Antetokounmpo. Now Jackson. And there's a pick. Now Westbrook. And stolen by Hardaway. Now Anthony. Ooh, he leaves no question.
The execution has been better lately. But do they have enough energy to pull it off?
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Free throw drops for Anthony.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Jackson outside. Shot clock at 5. Jacks up a 3. Antetokounmpo outside. They set the pick. Stolen by Parker. A minute 15 left in the fourth quarter. And a hand on it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Malawat. On the clock. Anthony fires. Shot's no good. The Bucks leading by 3. Antetokounmpo. Westbrook. The 3 is in.
Fantastic ball movement that time. Antetokounmpo skilled at taking apart a defense with his passing.
Anthony up top. He launches. Buries it from outside.
Big-time points from Penny. They needed a hoop. And like the leader he is, Hardaway delivered.
Westbrook outside. Ooh, they pick off the pass. It's good from beyond the arc.
It's great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
And we will have a timeout called by Tomas Isolo. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. There's 45 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Ooh, the shot misses. Huge moment here.
Have to stay calm in these situations.
Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Antetokounmpo outside. It's tipped. Yes, sir!
Late here in the quarter, they still have a foul to give.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
A chance to tie it up here.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Anthony, right side.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. And the second of two is good. And that narrows the gap to one. And timeout is called by Tomas Isalo. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO.
Make some noise for Team Hype.
Here's Westbrook, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And you know what? Who knows? If he misses at the stripes, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
Anthony! So it's a narrow victory for the Bucks, pulling it out for the W. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
Well, now a minute to check in with Al. All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.